You pick up someone who's bleeding on the street and you take him to the hospital, and the way things work or they don't work, nobody cares. But if you bribe somebody, they take him on right away. Your principle says you will not bribe. Question is, would you let him bleed to death or would you bribe? I would bribe anytime. Legally, I just became a criminal. I just broke the law. But ethically, I just saved a life, didn't I? Am I a partner in crime or am I a victim of crime? I feel very strongly that 99.9% of India is not partners in crime. They're honest. They have become victims of crime. When people in positions of power oppress the innocent, that is called organized crime. If you look at Gandhi's life, he broke every British law. And anybody who breaks a law commits a crime. He said, you make it and I'll break it. Then Gandhi was the biggest criminal. Gandhi said one thing, beyond the law of land, there is a law of humanity which is way, way above the law of land. Mahatma Gandhi, in an address in Madras 1920, said, cooperation is the duty only as long as the government protects our honor. Non-cooperation is an equal duty when the government, instead of protecting, robs us of our honor. Samuel Johnson once said, patriotism is the last refuge of scoundrels. Well, he was right. If scoundrels wear the cloak of patriotism, well then, there is nothing but hypocrisy. For every 1,000 scoundrels, there is one patriot like the Gandhi and the Mandela and Lee Kuan Yew. Question is, why don't people take a stand? Because it is inconvenient. So long as citizens prefer convenience to conviction, that country always goes downhill. People are suffering today not because they are helpless, but they don't want to fight their own battles for their own integrity. They want the neighbors to fight for them. Opportunists say, whatever little bit I can do, I shall do. That is no commitment, only lip service. There is a world of a difference between preferences and convictions in life. Preferences are negotiable, convictions are not. And under pressure, preferences always become weak, whereas convictions become stronger always. Whereas concerned citizens always say, whatever the nation takes to do, that's what I will do. There is another breed of seasonal patriots. To the seasonal patriots, patriotism is a matter of convenience. Weak people can never be sincere, and cowards can never practice morality. If every soldier said, I have a family, I have other obligations, I'm only one person, would we have freedom? Are those orphans who sacrifice for the nation? A soldier said, when you go home, tell them of us and say, for your tomorrows, we gave our today. Isn't it interesting that for selfish reasons, a traitor has no limits. They can go to any extent. Well, look at the other side, that a patriot or a soldier for the nation also has no limit, can go to any extent. I wish there was a law where traitors were not allowed to touch the national flag and disgrace it. And I wish a traitor's blood ought not ever to be given to a soldier or a patriot. There are three things that are hurting our society. One, jealousy. Jealousy says people are not fed up with their own problems. Their own problems don't bother them as much as other people's successes bother them, which means people don't want to lift themselves up, but they want to pull others down. People who are jealous in nature, they stab you in the back and they come and sympathize in front of you. The second is fatalistic attitude. People say, whatever is written in my stars, my horoscope has to happen. There is nothing I can do. I am totally helpless. History shows very clearly, anybody who has to do anything in life, they do it in spite of problems, not in absence of. And people who don't have to do it, you give them everything in life, they will still not do it. The third is the indifferent behavior, where people say, so long as it's not happening to me, who cares? All three behavior patterns come from an inferiority complex. Folks, many times you hear anger is a weakness. And if you go through history, no change ever took place till somebody got angry. When the Britishers threw Mahatma Gandhi out of the compartment and he was lying on the platform, he got so angry that day. He said, you threw me out of this compartment, watch, I'll throw you out of this country. What did he do? He converted his anger into a resolution. His greatest weakness in life became his greatest strength. And folks, isn't it time that every concerned citizen got angry against injustice and corruption today? It's never the activity of rascals that destroys a society, but always the inactivity of the good people that does it. What a paradox! If they were really good, would they be inactive? And if injustice is happening to your neighbor and you can sleep, wait for your turn, you are next. Many times we hear people saying, I want to stay away from politics because politics is a dirty game. Well, my answer is, there is no dirty game, there are only dirty players, that's all. The air we breathe is the result of politics. The water we drink is the result of politics. The medicine we eat is the result of politics. The education our kids get is the result of politics. By not getting involved, you are already involved. All forms of philanthropy are worthy of respect. While many philanthropic organizations provide free ambulance services to heart attack victims, but what about those who are giving heart attacks to others? Organizations set blood donation camps. What about bloodsuckers? If we want to see a better India, we need to do three things. Every citizen must become a soldier for the nation. A soldier